Yes, the first card you have your past is the Five of Cups. So yes, this card's obviously about sadness, regret, focusing on, the bad things rather than the good things, all of that kind of thing. So I'm just seeing with this card, I'm actually seeing a lot of backwards and forwards energy. There's, I'm just looking at this river in this card. There's a river and, sometimes it can be flowing either way, but at this time I'm seeing it flowing towards you. So it's flowing toward the front of the card, if that makes sense. So what I'm seeing is someone could have been leaving and coming back again. So if someone's gone back around that bridge and come back, their emotions have come back toward you again with that river, and then they're going backwards and forwards again. So I'm seeing someone leaving, coming back again. There's a lot of unsurety around this. I am seeing a love connection. And this could have happened a few times, actually. This person could have been going backwards and forwards a few times, not sure of what they want. There's a lot of insecurity. This person might not be feeling very secure inside themselves. They certainly weren't at this time, and they might be still like that at this time now. Yes, if this resonates and you're still kind of around this person, just be very, very careful, because I don't want to make you feel paranoid or anxious or anything like that. I'm just getting this feeling that, the smallest thing can trigger them to kind of their emotions going upwards and up and down again. So you might say one tiny thing, or they might hear a tiny thing or see something, and it makes them all up and down emotionally. Yes, the other thing I'm seeing here, maybe I shouldn't say this, but anyway, I'll say this anyway. There might actually be someone else around this person who might be kind of putting doubts into their mind about your relationship or something like that. I'm not seeing a third party or anything like that, but I am seeing some conversations between them and another person. So what happens is, I'm seeing that they run from you and they run away, and then they come to that person, they confide in whoever this is, and then this person might be fueling these problems. They might be kind of, for example, this person might say to this person, the person you're in a relationship who runs away might say to this person, oh, I'm having troubles with them, they don't do this, they do that. And then the person might say, oh yes, they're terrible, aren't they? And remember the time they said that? And making them feel even worse, that the situation's even worse than it actually is. So they're kind of fueling this, they're making it actually worse. I hope that makes sense. And yes, I'm glad I said that, because I want you to be aware of what I'm seeing around them and what might be making a situation worse than it actually is. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have, your past, is the Six of Wands. So yes, this can be the victory card. Sometimes it can be about pride. The man on this card, he's up on his high horse, and there's a phrase, a saying about, get off your high horse, that kind of thing. And it means someone who's very proud, someone who's kind of thinks they're fantastic and everyone should look up to them and think they're wonderful, that kind of thing. Or, it can also be, get off your high horse can also be about someone who thinks they're right and they don't listen to anyone else. It can mean that as well. But so this man is up on his high horse. He's up higher than everyone else who's around him. And all the people around him are celebrating him, looking up to him. So I'm just sensing that maybe you knew that there was this other person around them fueling this kind of drama around your relationship. Because I'm just seeing this drama person, this person that's kind of fueling things, actually being happy when this person you're in a relationship with is confiding in them. Almost victorious. It's like they're having a victory. It's almost like, oh, this person likes to talk to me. They like to tell me all of their problems. I'm so important and I want to have influence on them. So I'm going to say this and that. It's that kind of thing. It's quite horrible, really. It's a bit sad, really. But this is what I'm seeing. So yes, I hope this all is going to make sense to you. But I am seeing an emotionally vulnerable person whose emotions go up and down, and this is someone who, you're in this romantic connection with, and going backwards and forwards from you to this other person. And again, this isn't a third party. This isn't a romantic, a relationship or anything like that. It's not, they're not romantically connected to this person in any way. This could be a friend. It could be a relative, but it's someone who's very close to them and they are causing a lot more problems. So you already have problems. You don't need them worse. And this person is kind of making them worse, or they were at this time. So the last card you have, your past, is the Knight of Swords. So yes, again, this person who they were running to and confiding in, they probably made a lot of snap judgments about you as well, because I'm seeing that this person went to them and they said, oh, I'm having this problem with them and this and that. And they said, oh, wow, they must be terrible. This person must be this. And they're making all these snap judgments because of what they said, but also because of what this drama person wanted to say. They wanted to think these things. They wanted to feel these negative things so that they could have some kind of power. It's very sick. It's very horrible. I really hate seeing this, but this is what I'm seeing. They were forming some opinions about you. They were forming some opinions about your relationship with this person, but they were making a lot of snap judgments, rushing in to judge, rushing in to kind of stick the knife in. I mean, look at this Knight of Swords. He's rushing in, Knight of Swords. He's rushing in to stick the knife in, and that's what this person's trying to do. Be very careful around this person. This is a very dangerous, dangerous person. And again, I get a lot of people saying in the comments, oh, you're making us all paranoid. You're making us kind of look over our shoulders at everyone who's around us like someone's going to stab us in the back. I'm not trying to do that. I know I explain this quite a lot, but I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to do is, if I see something that is a problem, I want to say it to you. I want you to be aware of what's going on. Otherwise, what would be the point of me doing any of these readings? What would be the point? What would be the point of me telling you things if I was leaving things out that I was seeing? It wouldn't be fair to anyone. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing with that card. So the first card you have, your present, is the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful card. So what I'm seeing in this card is you're going to have, or you are having, a conversation with your partner or this person who you're connected with romantically. And things are going to come out into the open. You're going to get clarity on things. The Sun could be sometimes about shining a light on things, bringing things out into the open, and getting clarity and all of that kind of thing. So you could be talking to this person, talking through some of your problems, and there are going to be breakthroughs in this. There are going to be some things where for a long time you might have thought, why are they acting like that? Why are they being like that? Why did they say that? And you're going to get some clarity. Some things are going to come out, or they are at this time. This is in your present. And then you're going to realize, or you're realizing, oh, that's why they did that. That's why that happened. I can see that now. It's all coming out into the open. So this is going to really clear the air between you. And you're going to feel a lot better after this conversation. They're going to feel a lot better after this conversation. I'm still feeling, so obviously it's going to be a lot more positive. The Sun is extremely positive, very positive card. I'm still seeing, a lot of emotional instability linked to this person. And but I am seeing them becoming a lot more optimistic after this talk. But their emotions and their behavior can still go up and down very, very quickly. It can take a tiny thing for them to trigger them to go off into their emotions again. So it's not as if, things are going to be a lot better, a lot more positive after this talk, but it's still very, they're still very unstable, they're still very emotional, and they're still very triggered very easily, if that makes sense. So the next card you have, your present, is the Hermit. I'm seeing this as a message to you, actually. You've been so caught up in your feelings around this person, and you've been spending so much energy on this situation and this person and other people outside of yourself, specifically this relationship situation. So it's probably time to think about not just the relationship, or not where it's going, or not the other person or anything like that. Start to think about you. Start to think about what you want. If you weren't anywhere near this person, what would you want? What would you want for yourself? Think about yourself. Think about your own life. Build up your own identity outside of this person. Now, you might already have an identity outside of this person, but I'm seeing that at this time, or for a long time, you've kind of lost yourself in this person. So this is time for you to find yourself again, find what you want in your life, find your own interests, your own hobbies, your own likes, your own things, and your own life. Your own life modelled on what you want for yourself. That's what I'm seeing. The Hermit's on this journey. He's walking along. He's by himself. He's walking along. He's got the star going along in his, sorry, not going along. He's got the star that he's looking at in this kind of, what's it called? What's that thing called? Lantern. Couldn't think of the word. He's got the star in the lantern and he's following that. He's following that to try and get some kind of revelations, to have some things revealed so that he can find out all about himself. This is inner work, and this is what you're going to have to do. The last card you have, your present, is the Nine of Wands. So yes, you're a lot stronger. You're a lot stronger than you feel at this time. You're just going to have a break from thinking about other people, other situations outside of yourself. I'm seeing here that, you could be, what I'm seeing here is that you do a lot for other people. You do think about other people quite a lot. You put a lot of other people first. You do a lot for people. It's time now to not be selfish, not to kind of ignore other people, obviously, but spend more time thinking about yourself. I know that also, not just people in general, but you've been trying to help this person who you've had a relationship with, this person who's kind of up and down in their emotions. I know they're very vulnerable, and I know that you've been trying to help them, trying to work with them, thinking about them. Now, really, there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with trying to help someone, but ultimately they need to try to help themselves. They need to make themselves strong. You're making yourself strong at this time, thinking about yourself, or hopefully, or you should be. They need to also make themselves strong. Now, yes, of course, help them. I'm not saying ignore people and be horrible and just think about yourself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they need to get themselves strong to help themselves, and that's the best kind of help, and you'll be helping them by letting them do that. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have, your future, is the Three of Cups. So yes, I love this card. So I'm seeing you de-stressing. You're going to be de-stressing at this time, and you're going to be actively looking for ways to do this. So you're going out of your way. It's not like you're just going to sit there and some lovely, peaceful, fun times are going to happen to you. No, you're going out and you're thinking, what can I do to de-stress? What can I do to find that's going to help me feel better, that I can do that's going to, can I go out? Can I spend time with people who I like? Can I do this? Can I do that? Whatever. So I'm seeing someone in this card who you're very, very close to. And this could be a friend, this could be a close relative. And what I'm seeing is you're just going to be feeling really, really comfortable around this person. You always feel comfortable around this person. You are going to kind of offload to them about some of the problems you've been through. But I'm also seeing you just talking about a lot of fun things, silly things even, just joking and laughing about things, any old thing, doesn't matter what it is. That's the best kind of conversation. It doesn't matter what it's about. And, if you look at the women on this card, they're all the same height. They're all equals. Nobody's taller than anyone else. Nobody's in charge of this group. They're all just equals. So you might be a similar age to this person, or you might have similar backgrounds. You might come from similar backgrounds. You might have a lot in common. And, you respect each other. You see each other as equals, and you like spending time with each other. So it's almost going to feel like a therapy session for you, not in terms of you telling them your problems and feeling better, but it's just spending time around them is going to feel like therapy, just laughing with them, just having jokes, just thinking about anything other than all these problems. And it's like a little holiday. It's like a little break for you. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have, your future, is the Ten of Pentacles. So yes, this is looking really positive for your future, actually. This person that you're in this relationship with, or this connection with, this love connection, they do see a future with you, and they are still going to see this future with you. They're still going to believe that they can have this future with you, and they're thinking about you in that way, or they're going to be at this time. They're definitely going to want to build with you. But again, you know, I'm seeing some problems around some of the people around them. Definitely family. So this person in the Knight of Swords could definitely have been a family member. And I'm seeing a lot of problems around this family, their family, communication problems, big communication problems around their family. So this could be where their insecurities come from originally. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm coughing. So yes, if you look at this card, there's a family in this card, but no one's really communicating. So again, if you do build a future with this person, if you do have a very good, stable future with this person, and this is what they want, you're always going to be up against some kind of family problem or family drama or something like that. It's always going to be like that. It's not the sort of thing that's going to just finish. There's always going to be this kind of drama around their family. That's what I'm seeing. Now, these problems around their family might even go back for generations, several generations. There are 3 generations in this card. There's an old man, there's a small child, and there's a couple in the middle. So this goes back for generations, these problems, whatever this is. So yes, this is something that you're just going to have to deal with if you end up with this person in the long-term future. You're always going to have some kind of family drama or situation going on around them. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your future is the Hanged Man. So you'd also love a future with this person. I'm seeing that, or your heart does. It's like your heart would like one thing, but your head is kind of thinking, is this going to work? Do I see a future with this person? I'm really going to have to slow down and have a think about this. That's what I'm seeing, because they have been backwards and forwards with you. In the 5 of Cups, they've been backwards and forwards with you. So of course you're going to feel like, do I really have a future with this person, with this backwards and forwards person, and with this emotionally unstable person, and with this person whose family are crazy? I don't know what I feel about this, but you do love them. Your heart does love this person. So, you're right at this time to kind of hold back and just sit back and think about this situation before you jump in again. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. You are really right to do that. And I think probably eventually you will get back together with them properly again, because I'm seeing that this is what you both want. This is what your heart wants. This is what their heart wants. But you're right to kind of sit back for a while and kind of contemplate this and think about this before you do jump in again. That's what I'm seeing.